Hey guys, welcome to Sim UK. I'm going to try and do something today. Sailaway's just had an update, version 0.9008, so I'm going to cover that a little bit. But I've also been testing and trying out the controller support that you can utilize via Steam. So I've been speaking with a couple of you. I mentioned the other day how handy it would be to have Sailaway work with a controller. Especially when you've got all those lines to flick through and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give it a go today, but it's also going to be about the update, so I don't know if it's going to work. I haven't pre-planned this or anything. This is happening off the cuff, and it's either going to be a complete success or a total nightmare. Let's go into the game, I suppose. Let's start there. There it is. Now, I suppose the important thing to note is that since this is your first time launching this game with Sim UK's Steam controller, we recommend selecting a configuration template. You can always change this later from the template selector. So, in order for this to work, you have to be in this view. What's this called? Big screen view or something? Let's find out here. Big picture. So you have to be in big picture view for it to work. But once you're in big picture, you can set up controllers, which I should have done just now, but I didn't. So yeah, to toss up on what to cover first. Okay, I'm gonna cover the updates. What have we got here? Scarecrow, I would like to sail with you on your boat. What time was that? 5:10, so that was like 2 hours ago. I'm gonna have to say better not. Scarecrow, I'm sorry buddy, I've only just seen your message. I'm not getting any notifications through on my phone, which is interesting. I might have to look at that and see what's going on, because I didn't get your request. But yeah, because I'm going to do this review right now and I really don't have a huge amount of time, I'm going to have to say no on this occasion. But thank you for the request, and next time hopefully I'll be able to say yes. So you may want to send him an additional message. Yes, I would. Right, okay, that's that dealt with. So updates version 0.9008. They've been pretty quiet over the last couple of weeks, and I was about to send them an email when up popped an update. So I had a feeling they were working on something big, and it turns out they've been working on two things that are really big. Two new features added to this game which will make racing really interesting. Surfing waves. The way that waves undulate and sort of roll as they do, you can actually sit on a wave and surf it effectively and build your speed up. That's going to be really important in regattas and racing. Hopefully I'm going to race this weekend, so some of the seriously talented, experienced guys are going to make me look rather silly. Whereas previously we were kind of all on the same keel because nobody could interfere with your wind. Surfing the waves was not an option, so everybody was kind of bound by the waves that were coming in and how decent your trim was. So we all had at least some sort of chance. But now I think the gulf is going to grow between those who know what they're doing and people like me. Incidentally, wind shadowing, that's what I just mentioned now about someone stealing your wind. You see it a lot in the America's Cup. That's now being active as well. So if you're racing and somebody does shadow your wind, or wind shadow, or whatever the hell it's called, block your wind, steal it effectively, then you'll get a little notification come up here. So whereas this is white normally, it'll go orange if somebody's stealing your wind, and it'll go red if they've nicked the lot. So that's great. And also, if I do race this weekend, which I'm hoping to do, then it's an 18-hour race in Bermuda, which is what I've been looking to do anyway because of the America's Cup and what have you. But anyway, it's an 18-hour race in Bermuda. Starts at 7 p.m. GMT. So feel free to come join in. And, you know, I'm looking for someone to join my boat and race with me, perhaps. I don't know. Don't know how well that would go because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, that'll be interesting. And whilst the race is on, there's an ongoing race leaderboard, which will make sure that everybody knows what's going on, which is great. And additionally, I think somewhere up here there's a clock now showing your real time, and that's what time it is. It's 12 minutes past 7, which is great. So it's working really well. Incidentally, this is the race I'm going to do this weekend, or hopefully going to do. 1800 UTC, which is 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, I think. I'll have to check that. Race around the island of Bermuda, where there's a big sailing competition on this weekend, the America's Cup. This week you can use any boat you like, and the boat you use will be shown on the leaderboard. Interesting. That is interesting. I mean, there's only one boat suitable for racing that, and that would be the Mini Transat because of the speed. There's also a Wellington short race, but I think this one kicks off at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, yes. Not sure if I'm going to be up for that one, but it's only a 30-minute race as opposed to this one, which is 18 hours. Just to reiterate what that is, 18 flipping hours. Right, so that's the update covered. It's exciting stuff. I'm not really, well, maybe I'll show you how effective some of that is. I haven't even tried it yet, so I'm not sure how well I'll be able to show you anything. But what I really want to try today is this. Controller configuration. Add an action set. Let's try this. So this is the process by which I create you can see here's an Xbox 360. I have an Xbox 360. I'm holding it up to the camera, but I'm not recording it on the camera, so you can't see it. Oh, what happened then? I think it just powered off. Son of a gun. Unbelievable timing. Right. So I'm thinking, guys, that we, over here on the shoulder pads, we're going to have this be Q, and on the other shoulder pad, we're going to have this be E. So that's flicking between the lines. Wow. It's been a while since I played, actually. A couple of days at least. So, trying to think what the commands are. Obviously, you got up and down for the lines. Left and right to adjust. So this should be, this one here, the right thumbstick. This should be the mouse. We'll try that. Joystick mouse. Whoa, nearly threw my mouse across the room then by accident. Okay, so we got a few things there. Let's just go. Oops, let's try this and say. So this will be W. And this one will be S. Let's try that for now. Let's give that a try and see if that even works. I've no idea if it'll work even. So I'm in the Mini Transat. Oh, I can steer. Sort of. Let's get the old. Let's get the old sail up. That's working on the controller, guys. That is working on the controller. That's pretty awesome. And I'm pressing the circle button now, and that's flicking between the lines. Now I didn't set that up to do that. Oh, interesting. That's doing something, but I don't know what. So that's moving. Wow. Okay, so the good news is it's working. The bad news is I'm now going to have to fully figure this out. Let me think here. How am I going? Because in the game you have to click the mouse. You have to left click the mouse to look around, and that's what I'm trying to recreate at the moment. I'm struggling a tad, to be honest. See, there's a huge amount of control you can have over these setups. It's really rather impressive. A little bit complicated and very time consuming. I've been testing it out on Day of Infamy and Rising Storm Vietnam, if that's the right game. I might have got confused there. And it works fine, but it's not as perfect. Day of Infamy, for example, I've been playing with the controller for a long time by writing background scripts and running them on the server. That was working brilliantly, but it was limited. And it's about fine-tuning your controller to the game, and that's what's taking a long time. I need to think about how... Oh, I've got an idea. So let's say that this trigger is left mouse. Now, we'll try that. Let's give that a quick go. So left mouse. Yes! I can look around. That's working perfectly. I'm using the right thumbstick incidentally to do that. And that is really very responsive. Very nice indeed. Now, this is flicking through the lines. You see them coming up as I do that? I didn't bind it to this, it's just kind of doing it. So it's making the noise, but... And I have to remember to... Okay, it's going to take a bit of tweaking, but the early signs are good. I can steer the boat, as you can see. I can look around. So, alrighty, let's take this off mouse, this one. Let's ditch that idea. This isn't working. The Q and the E, flicking between lines. That hasn't worked at all, which is weird because I see no reason why that shouldn't be working. And then obviously up and down to control the line. See, when I press circle, I'm switching between the lines. And yes, I can adjust them. Hey, check this out, guys. So I'm looking up. I've picked the backstay and I'm adjusting it whilst looking at the sails. How's that? Is that pretty awesome? I think that's pretty awesome. It works. It does work. Main sheet. Look at that, I'm adjusting it whilst still looking around. Now, I grant you, this feels a bit alien at the moment. For one thing, this is very responsive, which is a good thing, not a bad thing, but it is going to just take a little while for me to adjust. And I need to figure out how to get the buttons to be a bit more in control, because at the moment I press circle, I'm flicking through the lines, as you can see, but the two buttons that I bound to do that job don't work, and I have no way of going back. So, I mean, it is working. It is working. So let's go back to the main sheet. Oh, and a 5-year-old's just joined me. So I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. But it's working. Things are positive. I'll get back to you on it. All right, sweetheart. You're sweaty. You're too hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Say goodbye to everybody.
Who's that?
Everybody.
Hello, everybody.
I don't think they can hear you yet.
Hello, everybody.
They can hear you now. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say don't forget to subscribe.
Don't get to goodbye.
Come on, sweetie. Let's go get you sorted. Guys, yeah, one last thing I just spotted just as I was about to shut down and start editing this video is that not only do you have your local time up here now, but also the races will show your local time. So you can see here that 7 o'clock, Saturday the 10th. So if you're in Britain, running on Greenwich Mean Time, then 7 PM in Bermuda for the 18-hour race, 90 nautical miles. Mamma mia, wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Take care now. Goodbye.